again, and welcome back to We the Panel, a Terrace House Podcast. A podcast where we talk about the very first series of Terrace House, Boys and Girls Next Door. Hey, welcome again. My name is Jason, and I am one of the lovely panelists that will be guiding you through this episode. But before we start, let me introduce the rest of our panel. Oh, it's a glasses day today. Okay, I feel it. Wait, we all wear glasses anyways. So hey there. Oh, Tim, I see you. Oh, Tim. Wait, he took off the glasses.
I can't see anything.
Going
back on.
Okay,
What's up?
That's good. How you been, man? It's been a while. It's been a doozy.
It's been a hot minute, yeah. But very happy to get back into it. I kind of forgot where we left off, and then we started this episode, and it's all coming back to me. Yeah, this was definitely a cool episode, a spicy episode. So, let's hop right into it.
All right, cool. And also we got our wonderful, the smooth, and oh my God, he's posing. James over here. How you been, my guy?
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing good. We had some time off. And in that time, I was just like, I was fiending for it, bro. I wanted to watch Terrace House because I remembered what happened last time, and I was like, we need to watch. So I'm glad we watched now. I'm glad we watched it, and I'm glad that we're gonna get to talk about it today.
Perfect. All right, but before we start, of course, make sure you follow us at our following links down describing below, and one of our lovely panelists here will describe me how we could be reached in our wonderful places.
Well, We the Panel, a Terrace House podcast, can be found on all podcasting platforms. So that's Apple Podcasts, that's Spotify, that is here on YouTube, and you can also find our We the Panel podcast on Anchor FM. That's We-the-Panel. If you see the brown background with the gray house on it, that's us.
Yeah, you got it.
Nice.
Perfect. Oh, we are full swing here, boys. There's another broadcast because Cheska couldn't make it.
All good. To all you Cheska
good.
fans, you can catch her hopefully next episode or on her TikTok down below. But
Hello.
that later. Yeah.
Damn, Tim is on point today. All right, let's get busy. Terrace House episode 34: Sugar and Spice.
Yeah, I'm feeling the energy today, y'all. I'm feeling it, and also I know that we have a lot of energy because, bro, this episode there was a lot that happened this episode. Lots of content. The episode itself was actually like longer in actual like showtime.
Oh,
which is
nice.
great. Which is actually really
felt
great.
that. I really liked that.
Yeah. But since it's been a while, what happened last episode, right? So we had everything with Miwako and Taichan's little skateboardy date, which is kind of nice.
Oh yeah.
There was the little dinner between Tecchan and old member Momo, into which they were talking about everything. And of course, we were caught up on Miwako's true feelings. Some may even say her bringing out her true colors.
Oh my God.
And they shined through. There was a lot of good music this episode too. Lots of stuff that you could recognize.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So moving on to this episode, right? So it cuts over like right after the end of the last episode with Miwako talking to her. I'm pretty sure they said it's her senpai. And she was talking about how ever since Daiki broke up with Hana, her and Daiki have been talking a lot more. Mm-hmm. And that's where she kind of like developed some feelings. But I don't know, like she brought up this, I want to call it an excuse, where she said like she didn't want to fall for him because he was with Hana. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, I don't know, like her friend or senpai was just like, hey, so you're forcing yourself not to like him. But now that it's over, there you go, like the opportunity's there, and you can tell that she was really into him, and they were kind of hinting at it in all of like the past episodes too, right guys? Like it seems pretty obvious.
She did not develop feelings after they broke up. Let's put it that way. Like
Exactly. But also, just like continuing from like the last episode, like there was, of course, like it cuts back to Taichan and Momo. And Momo gave some like very, very good advice to him again, as she always does, because Momo seems to be the one that like gives Taichan a lot of good advice. And she basically tells him that as a man, it's not always good to be nice to that significant other. Like she said, you have to add some of that sugar and spice. That's where the episode comes from, right? Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. Quick thoughts on like just the beginning, I guess, because like even just from that, there was a lot of stuff. So I don't know if you guys have anything to say about that.
Totally agree with Momo. Momo is on the right track there. Like, you got to play the game when you're dating. You're not in a relationship yet. You're trying to get this person interested to then further a relationship, right? So you can't just constantly give the same flavor over and over again. It gets redundant. Like, there's plenty of time later down in the relationship for stuff to get, for lack of a better word, stagnant, but like, or I guess consistent rather, at the beginning of every relationship, that's like, I guess, the most ups and downs, and that's where you like kind of figure each other out before you get comfortable. So he can't just be giving out the same wavelength, the same vibe over and over again, because then that's not going to be interesting for Miwako. It's not going to frame Taichan as interesting. He's just going to be known as the nice guy. Like, and there's nothing wrong with being a nice guy and a good guy, as long as you're not, being entitled to that nice guy mentality. But he definitely has to mix things up. It's like a baby plant. You can't keep watering it like you can't smother it. You gotta water it. You gotta let it absorb whatever's there. You gotta let it grow, give it sunlight, whatever. But you can't constantly be like on top of it. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta give it space, give and take. That.
I see. It's Tim coming through with the green thumb. I see. Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say that. Damn, he's the garden master here.
Well, I mean, Taichan does work at a gardening shop.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So Taichan should have already known this, is what I'm trying to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it's kind of interesting because there was another scene where Miwako is actually in the girls' room with Aya, and that's where she tells Aya that she's interested in Daiki, but she says that she doesn't really know what to do because of Hana in the house, right? Like, she wants to talk about it with Hana because she doesn't really want to hide her from her while she's still in the house. But we're gonna get to some of the stuff with Hana a little bit later in the episode. So for now, we're going to cut over to Taichan in the living room. And it was very interesting. He was sitting on the couch holding an AKB48 CD.
Oh.
Which is like, oh, hello. And
that's a throwback.
Big throwback. So he opens the CD, takes out like this little like kind of pamphlet thing, and he goes on his phone. And basically, Taichan was voting for Rie to get into, I guess, one of the main AKB48 groups. And Daiki shows up and he's like, "Oh, so you're voting for your girl, huh?" And Taichan's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to support a former housemate of mine." And Daiki's like, okay, and you're sure there's not like some sort of ulterior motive going on, instead of just supporting your old housemate? And Taichan's like, whoa, no. Taichan straight up says that he has his eyes set on Miwako now. Yep, that's a thing. Sorry, I just had to like stop and think. I was like, oh, we're gonna get to that, I guess. But just as a little side note, and something that we should be proud of as people that support Taichan did say that he is going to be in a show called Last Cinderella. And whoop-de-doo, man actually has lines. So quick snaps for our boy Taichan. Proud of the guy.
Yeah.
But anyways. Oh, Taichan. I feel so bad for the guy, He's like, you can tell that he's interested in her. And she's kind of like, she's reciprocated it for the most part, right? Like when it comes to like their dates and stuff, she genuinely does have a good time.
Mm.
But we know that she's not into him. So it's just like, I feel so bad for Taichan, you know?
There was a conversation, I think this comes up multiple times with Miwako, either with her senpai or later on with Aya. She says she likes Daiki. When she talks about Daiki, there's like a certain expression on her face, like a glint in her eye when she talks about him. And then everyone always hits back with the, okay, that's how Daiki. Well, what about Tecchan? And then it's very subtle, but if you look in the scene, like there's a shift. There's definitely a shift in her expression where it's like there's not that fire, I guess, like passion, like it's just not there. And as much as I'd like to see them be together, if Miwako's just not that into him, then she's not that into him, you know?
From what I remember, she didn't say she liked Daiki. It was she was very specific. She's interested in Daiki.
Bro, come on. Come on.
I know, guys. I'm gonna be that guy in this podcast. Be like, you know what? I get it. You know, she like. At least she tried. You know, just to get to know the guy better. But yeah, Tim, you're right. When the conversation comes up with Daiki and Miwako hears it, it's like her eyes are like the galaxy. It's just glistening with like future and promise, right?
And stars.
Yeah. But when she hears the word Tecchan, it's like, right.
He's nice.
like
He's nice.
Like the wind was pleasant, but not enough to make it for a sweater day. You know what I mean? Like.
Yo, that was like, wow, hold on.
You know, it's
That's like some
lingering.
haiku. Yeah, that's like a haiku right there.
I get it, man. Like you could see it. Like there is a loss of interest when she hears the word Teichan.
It's
rough.
It's rough. You hate to see it.
It's rough, but yeah, Miyako's having a hard time. Like she's in that point where it's like, you know, they broke up, but she's clearly has an interest of Daiki, but she doesn't really know how to do it because I guess this is a first time situation for her.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
She's been having interest in Daiki. I'm sorry. It's just.
Yeah, no, for sure. I see that too. But moving on to what we kind of thought was initially like a B plot of this season, but it has quickly evolved in this episode to be something that we should really be paying attention to, because we see Oji, first sighting of Oji in bed sleeping. It's like 2 a.m, I think, in the guy's room. And we see a hooded figure walking into the guy's room. A mysterious hooded figure who blatantly like pushes Oji to make space on the bed, and as you can tell, it's Aya, and Aya joins him in bed, gets under the blanket, and like they're like face to face, like
they're like right there.
Yeah, they're very close to each other. So and they sleep together in bed. But like just sleeping though. You know why? Because Taichan was still in the room.
Yeah. This is a family show.
Yeah, but it was interesting because in bed, in what the panelists called it like in a very erotic tone. They basically planned out their next date, which was, you know, your classic anime trope of an aquarium date.
Nice.
But classic. Yeah, that entire scene was very like, whoa.
Yeah, it was. I was not expecting that at all. It kind of came straight out of left field after like Aya and I think Miwako talk about their Miwako's dates, and then that's hot. I'm not gonna lie. Like I doing that, like that's when a lady makes the move, like that's wow. Like, damn, hats off to her. She played her hand. She like, you know, like she knew what she wanted. She wants to do something with OG, and she just went for it. She didn't like beat around the bush. She just went in. Like,
Yeah, so in that she literally said, like, they made their plans about their date.
Yeah.
She's like, this didn't need to wait the next day. I'm like, this better be now. I need to know the information while I'm cuddling with you in bed. But nothing shameful happened, as
she said. Yeah, nothing shameful.
All right,
that's how she phrased it.
All right,
but why 2 a.m. out of all, like 2 a.m.? Like, is she just up at 2 a.m. thinking about it? And she's like, you know what? Screw it. Like, I can't sleep at 2 a.m. So I'm just gonna.
Well, I feel I can answer this question with some other things that happened in the episode.
Okay.
So staying on the topic of Oji and Aya, right? We get to see this really cool, like, I don't know how to call it, like the back and forth type of scene that we've seen like throughout the past seasons, of like it cuts to the guys' room where all the guys are talking, and then it cuts to the girls' room and all the girls are talking, right? And we see Daiki going into the guys' room like super drunk, right? And all the guys talk about Oji and Aya, right? And out of nowhere, because liquid courage is a thing,
Yes.
Daiki straight up calls Oji out. He calls him ambivalent, and he confronts him about the way he goes out with her without any intention.
Oh.
And
Preach.
apparently they've been sleeping together very often. And Oji says that he just doesn't remember? Question mark?
Wait, this happened more on one occasion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
I miss that entirely? What?
Yeah. And then we cut to the girls' room.
Yeah.
And in the girls' room, Hana calls Aya out because she's seen her sleeping with Oji. Right? Aya tells the girls that apparently whenever she talks about it with Oji afterwards, Oji says that he doesn't remember. And all the girls are straight up like, yeah, no, this guy is lying.
He's lying. Yeah.
He's lying.
No. Yeah, okay. Unless he's pissed drunk constantly, but like he's not.
He's never drunk. He's just.
Yeah, he's not. So.
No.
Yeah. And to make things even more like sus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to Aya, right, she's like, whenever I go to chat with him and I bring up something of like mild seriousness, Oji's just like, come here. And then just embraces her. And Aya gives in because she likes the guy and I have a feeling that like her love language might be like some sort of physical
touch. Yeah.
So she just gives in, and the girls are like, okay. I'm pretty sure, I think it was Miwako actually that said this, like this one line. She said, "Make that indecisive guy give you an answer."
Shout outs to Miwako for calling her calling that out too. And I want to add, even there was a conversation later with Taichan and Hana saying about Oji. Every time Aya is not around, Oji asks, I guess Hana, where's Aya? Where's Aya? So the guy is literally asking for her all the time. But how can a guy keep saying, I don't remember, when they, sleep together? Like,
why is he holding back?
Exactly. That makes it so sus.
Why? Yeah. Like, is there an ulterior thing? Is he holding out for Sena? Like,
but there's no reason to hold up for Sena.
Exactly. But I mean, what other reason could there be? Like, they both clearly are attracted to each other. They have fun together. They spend quality time together. So why is it that Oji's the one impeding the progress here? All he has to say is, I like you back.
Easy answer. He doesn't.
Is he just biding his time?
Either he enjoys having... I think he likes the idea of having something like this.
But not with Aya.
Yeah.
And Doraemon.
That's what... Yeah. See, like, that's how I think now at this point. Because like, even the aquarium date, right? Like, I'm going everywhere now, guys. But like, I think at this point...
I'll talk about it.
We're just going to open up this.
Yeah.
The aquarium date looked fun. I look like having fun. Oji looked like the parental chaperone, just like, hello, let me accompany you.
Oh, yeah, that's a penguin.
I don't know, like, it was a short scene. Like, it doesn't seem like, I don't know, I don't see much chemistry. I see a lot of Aya being cute with him, but Oji, I guess that's just who he is. just doesn't have that like, I think this guy's interested in her. Because it's just like, I don't know, like he's so hard to read, and like maybe that's just it. It's just that's how he is, and it's just really hard to convey what he really wants to do. But with all the sus things about not remembering, like I'm not about
like
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sus. Pretty sus.
Yeah, and Jason, since we're already talking about the scene, like so they go on their date, of course.
Yeah.
You know, manta rays, penguins, fat dolphins.
Great
Amazing.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
fat dolphin.
It like okay, so. So it cuts to after the date. They go to like this like beachfront or whatever, right? And Aya straight up talks to Oji about how she she didn't think that she stood a chance with him because of the feelings that he had towards Sena, which are they even relevant at this point? I don't even know.
Sena who?
Yeah, right. But she still wanted to spend time with him because, you know, they're in the house together. And she says that she likes him. And then it cuts to Oji. And then the door closes. And the episode, in terms of actual house content, ends. Right? Mm-hmm. And then, like, so it cuts to the panelists, right? And they're kind of talking about it. And one thing that, like, they did bring up was that Oji's face, or from what they saw, I don't know if I saw it, but from what they saw, they said that, like, Oji's face was brighter the entire time with her, which does make sense, because I don't know if you guys remember from like a few episodes ago, back at the camps, back at the campsite, when Oji and I were talking about it, and Oji said like, I genuinely enjoy my time with you. So, like, but what does that mean? We don't know what that means.
Why won't he give a straight answer?
It's a runaround. It's an answer of not saying no, because I feel like if he says no, whatever this is, it's ending. Aya's gonna be like, okay, I'm done. But he likes that, and he knows that. Like, come on, he enjoys the whole like, ooh, a girl coming in the middle of the night to my bed, and like, I don't know, for some reason he doesn't, give a little quick hug. His hands like half like committed to this cuddling.
He's so aloof.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I don't like it.
So I think it's he doesn't want to give a clear answer, because I think he doesn't like her. It's just he doesn't want this to end. Like this is fun, to be honest. Like this whole like interaction, I guess, with Aya, and I guess he didn't have that in a while, so. He likes the chase part, but like when it comes to the committing part of actually like being a couple or whatever, or like being, boyfriend and girlfriend, I don't think it's in his books.
Sounds like another couple I know in the house.
We were using that to transition because I could.
Actually.
Speaking of another couple.
Speaking of the other couple, I guess
we could bring that up. So basically, taking a little step back from that, like I want to talk about everything in terms of like all the people in the house, of course. So we go all the way back to Daiki, right, who is asleep on the couch, which already is like, okay, I guess. But anyways, Hana shows up and is like, hey, I need to talk to you about something. It's pretty important, but we need to go out for it. So they go out, they drive down to another beachfront. I don't know, man. Japan has a bunch of beaches from what I'm seeing. I don't know if it's the same beach.
It's just a coastal city.
Dude, it's an island.
Coastal location. Yeah, it is an island.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So they drive down there and they're sitting in the back of the car, and basically Hana tells Daiki that she is planning on leaving the house.
Because of work. Of course. She's busy. Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought it was really cool because it kind of tells me that there really was a good sense of closure, because Hana said that like, hey, I'm going to leave, which means that another girl is going to show up. And I'm rooting for you to find yourself some sort of romance, which is like really good. I felt like that was really good to hear. And it really closed that kind of chapter for them, at least from a
narrative.
From a narrative perspective, So I thought it was good. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There was like, I guess, no hard feelings there at all. Or maybe there are. I guess they're just very civil about it. What do you guys think about Daiki staying in the house? Do you think now that if Hana's leaving, he's going to stay longer because he's looking for someone now and Terrace House is the place to do it? Or do you think he's going to take off eventually because career and fighting and all of that?
I think due to where the house is, it makes everyone's jobs a little harder for travel, right? I think that's why one of the main reasons, like, Hana's gonna leave. Like, everyone's busy for work, I guess, right? At that point of the age of the time, they're just really focused on, their jobs. I think he's gonna leave, man.
Soon or later? Sooner rather than later?
I think pretty soon. Like, there isn't really much left. Like, sure, there could be another fight. Narrative speaking, yeah, that scene was a good closure. It was great. It was like the most wholesome thing that we've seen this episode compared to like what is this flakiness going on with the rest of this episode. Yeah, and like it was really cute when Hana said I'll be rooting for you, and not just like through love, like he said in many other ways, because like through fighting, through life, through like health. Like that's amazing. So that's good. That great episode, like great way to close them. But yeah, I think he's leaving. Like there's nothing left really. I don't know unless he like finds the new girl attractive, and that could be a thing. But yeah.
Now on the flip side, what do you think Taichan's going to do to add spice? Do you think we're going to see a bad boy Tecchan next episode? Do you think in the I don't know what he's going to pull to try and I guess entice Miwako?
I don't know.
Right? Like
I don't know if a bad boy Taichan is possible. Cause like he's just, I don't know, man. He's just so like nice, and he's very much himself, and I don't think he can deviate from being himself.
But he's an actor.
I mean, we've seen him in a music video, and that's about it.
We actually haven't seen that pay off yet in the series. We saw that music video outside.
Exactly.
And that was mentioned last episode. So
exactly.
Maybe that's the hook. Maybe she sees, Taichan's music video, and he's just running, and he's like maybe that's what gets Miwako hooked.
Oh man,
I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry for everyone watching or listening. If you want to see that, it's gonna be on our Instagram at We the Panel Pod. I have a little 1-minute clip of us watching it that I was supposed to put it last week, but I'll put it today, I guess. But yeah, you'll see that there where you'll see Tecchan just running through the rain. But anyways. Yeah, I don't know, because Tecchan is just such a nice guy, and when it comes to girls, I think he just can't help it but be nice,
He's gonna wear a leather jacket, guys.
Stop.
I'm gonna call it out again from last episode. He's gonna buy a leather jacket, and he's gonna be like, "What's up, ladies?"
Can you actually see Tecchan doing that?
Yes, because based on what we saw in the music video, he showed a lot of passion and emotion.
Yeah, he's emoting.
Even though it was like 2-3 emotions we only saw, like him being tired, him being like sad, and him being angry. But,
Yeah.
I dig it, Yeah. Leather jacket Tecchan. We're gonna live in the darkest timeline.
I mean, I guess. But okay. But like, I guess the big question that I had when it came to Hana leaving the house is now that, I'm gonna assuming that Hana leaves like next episode, right?
Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
Does that open up a window for Miwako to try and...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, totally.
Oh, yeah. Hana who? As soon as she's gone out that door, Hana who?
Oh,
like,
totally,
from the way and the pacing on how the show is going, I wouldn't be surprised, like, if when Hana leaves, we get the new girl immediately in the next like in the same episode, like what happened with Sena. They're keeping it fresh. I mean, from the look of things, production value has gone up because they got way more songs in this episode. Runtime is longer. I feel like they finally struck that nice balance between the comedic relief of the panel and the drama intensity of In the House. I felt like there was no dead time whatsoever on both ends. So I think that, I think they found the formula. I think they did it. So yeah, definitely Miwako is gonna hop on that.
So you think like as soon as like Hana steps out the door, like goodbye.
Not even 1 foot out the door, Miwako's already putting the moves on Daiki.
Oh my god. Yeah, I can see that. What?
Sorry, I totally forgot. Daiki knows that, like, well, I mean, it was pretty obvious that Tetsu or Taichan was trying to get Miwako and like putting the moves on Miwako, but now we know for sure because we have verbal confirmation of a conversation between them that Daiki knows that Taichan's trying to get Miwako his girlfriend. Yes. So what does that mean? How is Daiki gonna play that? Do you think Daiki's gonna?
I already know what's gonna happen. All right, next episode, if Hana leaves as soon as she gets out of the door, and Miwako be like, Daiki, when you free.
Oh no.
Exactly. But since I do have good faith, Daiki and Tecchan are homies. They're boys.
Yes.
He knows this knowledge, right?
Yes.
This knowledge of Taichan really being like, I want Miwako to be my girlfriend.
Yes.
So when they go out, like remember this, I'm calling this right now. Go out. Nope. Miyuko's gonna try something a little risque, and Daiki's be like, no, I don't see you that way. It's my bros before Miwako's. You know what I mean?
And maybe he's still hurting. Maybe he's still hurting too. He just got out of a breakup where he was the one more invested.
Right, exactly, right? Maybe he
needs a little time.
And like I know I want the chaos, and I said earlier episodes that I want Daiki to go into it, but I've changed my mind. I am a more reformed person, and I have more respect to Daiki, and he will be, and I hope he will do this. Be like, no, I cannot. I'm not interested, and the relationship with Miyako and Daiki will be more of a sibling thing. Yeah. I'm reading into it a little far. Then after that, here's what happens. Miwako will be the one with the unrequited love arc. You know? Yeah, until the next person comes. But yeah, this is the long game. This is me being Doctor Strange and be like, I'm seeing the possibility. This is me in the episode. I only see one way.
There are 14 million different possibilities.
I only saw one going through.
I want to see Tecchan getting Miwako in one. It's the one.
Yeah. So that moment when Daiki's gonna be like, no, I'll be like this. One. Yeah. All right. This is it. I'm locking it down. This is what I think is happening.
Oh my god.
Because if it happens any different way, I'm pretty excited because that's pretty cool. But like reasonably, I think that's what's gonna happen. Miyako will be left out because I don't know what happens to Tecchan at this point. But yeah, that's what I think. What do you guys think? I like.
See, I was gonna say there is one very big X factor that we're forgetting about.
Huh?
And that is Hana leaving means another girl is gonna show up.
Oh. I didn't see all the possibilities.
Yeah, the new girl. I'm excited to see what the new girl is gonna bring. That replaces Hana. That's a big factor.
Yeah.
It's a huge factor.
Like, what if this new girl is like exactly what Taichan has been looking for this entire time. And she's been watching the show and is like, I find Taichan very interesting. Like,
oh, yo. What if there's what if Taichan
what if it's literally like served on a silver platter?
I'm gonna add something to Jay's thing. Okay, so building upon the scenario that Miwako and Daiki end up not doing anything, and like Daiki just shutting it down, obviously, because like maybe he's still getting over Hana.
Okay.
And the new girl is interested in Taichan.
Yeah.
Causes Miwako to suddenly get interested in Taichan.
Oh, because that's the sugar and spice part.
That's the sugar and spice.
Oh,
that's what happened with Hana and Daiki. That's what.
Oh, down. I'm a horrible Doctor Strange. The possibilities.
Okay. It happened with Daiki and Hana, right? Hana got interested in Daiki because Daiki was choosing between two girls. And after he chose Hana, Hana was like, okay, there's no other girl. Peace out.
So I think, based on what you guys said, Taichan is so far into deep with wanting Miwako as a girlfriend, it'll create a tunnel vision for this new girl. If it's like total, like she's really down for Taichan.
If
I think he's too too naive to see what's going on, because even still to this day he's getting like dating advice from everyone in the house. I feel like that kind of happened with like when he got closer with Momo. I feel like too much Rie was in his system and he didn't realize, you know what, why not Momo? Like Momo's pretty cool. But we realized Momo's like, you're not my type, Taichan.
Really is not.
No. She's a type of person that wants someone with more, spice.
Yeah. Now that I think about it now, if Momo stayed, I don't think her and Oji would have hit it off either, because Oji's so
bland.
Yeah. Momo seems like a partying, like crazy type of girl. Like, I mean, she did like 5-6 different things.
Yeah.
As trying to be an inspiring writer, she does producing, she does DJing in like a matcha factory. If you guys remember that episode.
Oh, yeah.
They made mochi at the club.
Yeah, they made mochi at the club. What was going on
in
there?
The same beat of her music, which is kind of cool. Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, right. It's funny that we're talking about this and we don't even know if Hana's leaving next episode.
But like, what else she do? Like, what else can she do? Like that was the closure, right? Like, I feel like both of them were like, it's done. Like, I don't know what else can you add from that.
She did say to Daiki that he's the only one that knows, right? So maybe next episode might be Hana like telling everyone that she's leaving, and then maybe and this is just me spitballing here, right? Maybe the episode ends, or like towards the end of the episode, it's like, you know how every member has like their final dinner or whatever, right? So maybe it's like that final dinner, and then the episode ends with the introductory part of the new girl, and that's when we find out what type of girl this is. If she could be into Taichan, if she's looking for a relationship in general, like that's what I think could happen potentially. That's just one of the possibilities that we're finding here.
Okay, I see it. We're jumping the gun, but it's okay.
We really are.
It's okay. We're really rooting for Taichan to find someone to like him back.
He's been in the house the longest.
And I want him to stay. I want him to stay.
Honestly, yeah.
I want him to stay for the whole time. I hope he stays. He is Terrace House.
He is Terrace House.
Mm-hmm.
Terrace House.
This is Tecchan House.
Yeah, Tecchan House, honestly. Like, Daiki's just the B plot. Aya and Oji are just snuggling.
And forgetting.
Yeah. And Miyoko's waiting for the correct moment to say, when are you free, Daiki-chan? Daiki-san? I don't even know.
Daiki-kun?
Daiki-kun. Yeah. And Daiki will be like, I don't know, like next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Well, the other question that I had,
Yeah.
circling back to good old Oji and Aya, right, and how the episode ended with it cutting to Oji and Oji just being like, right, complete silence. Like, what do you think he's gonna say? Because Aya just couldn't. Aya just confessed. Well, she already did confess, but like, she wants answers. And so, what kind of answer do you think Oji is gonna say? Going back to like the panelists that had their little segment at the end of the episode. Omi, good old sleeved Omi, he did give a good point saying that he thinks that Oji might run away because he seems like the type that just wouldn't give an answer and would just kind of try to avoid it again as much as possible.
I could see that.
Which could be really bad because Aya did say that she's pretty easy to give in when he's like, come here. But like, I feel like there needs to be an answer, right? There has to be some sort of answer. So what do you like? What do you think?
Or an explanation as to why he's being so sus and so aloof. I what I want to see, or what I think is going to happen, is he's going to try and pull another, like, yes/no answer, like at camping. Like, I'm giving you an answer, but not really. Like, I'm giving you information, but not really. Like, and then I want to see Aya like stand her ground and be like, no, because she deserves more. She hands down deserves more. And you know, Oji's missing out on a dime if he you know, keeps playing these games. You know. Well, anyway, what do you guys think?
Jay, any thoughts?
I don't think he's interested in her. I really don't.
Or is this his only version of Spice, being aloof?
That's not spice, bro. If that is a spice, then that is like adding water.
Yeah.
Adding water, diluting. I don't know. Okay.
Man, I don't think he likes her. I really don't.
Then why call her out at camping? Hey, come with me. Let's go for a walk. Why ask her? Why ask where she is constantly?
I think he just likes the idea of having this, but not really like with her.
Oh.
Like, I think this could have been like, this was his ideal thing if he was with Sena. And he just says he can't do it with Sena, he's gonna do it with Aya. But like, I guess the more they hang out or whatever, it's just, I don't know, man. Poor Aya. I hope that doesn't happen and she does get a real answer, but it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be a runaround like, yeah, I'm at peace with you when I'm around you. And I've been more happier when we've been hugging and sleeping together and nothing doing shamefully.
Supposedly.
Yeah, and that's it. I think that's the answer. And it's just like, what? Stop giving this girl like the corporate jargon of like the runaround. Yeah, you're right. She deserves better. Like the guy.
She does.
The guy can't even cuddle correct.
Yeah, what is this half arm? Nah, bro.
Well, you know, it's because he doesn't. He said he didn't know. He didn't remember.
That irks me so bad.
He might have been half asleep or half awake, as they said. I don't know, guys. Like,
yeah, I get what you're doing, James. Yeah, you're putting the possibilities there.
Of course.
With all. But with all these possibilities, you guys behind the screen, let us know what you guys think down below in the comments. And while you're down there, I mean, there's a big red button that says subscribe. I mean, you could hit that, you know, or you could not. I mean, maybe, I don't know, like if you're feeling it. As right next to it's also a bell. There's also a bell if you want to hit that bell too to keep updated on all of our stuff here on We the Panel, a Terrace House podcast.
Yeah, I feel like a Doctor Strange segment right here. Yeah, give us a like, subscribe, reply.
Yes.
Let us know if we looked at all the possibilities.
Yeah.
Even though we have no time jammer, it's time.
Yeah.
Or the Ring of Agomoto.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Okay, we're clearly off the loops here. So
yeah, I think let's wrap it.
Before we go, Any other like last predictions? Anything like crazy you want to throw out there? Like,
Nah.
is there a possibility that now that Hana's leaving, Daiki leaves? What if he's just like, okay, she's leaving. I don't really have anything to do here. I've had 2 fights. I've won a championship, and I've had a girlfriend, and I've broken up with that girlfriend. Like,
It seems like a complete story to me.
yeah,
I think
he could leave.
It's
He
done.
really could.
It's done.
I thought he was gonna leave after the camping trip. Like, I'm kind of surprised he's still here in the first place. So he could leave.
he's slowly moving out. He slept in the bedroom, and now he's sleeping on the couch, and then he'll be sleeping on the
good
street
point.
next episode.
He's slowly weaning himself out. Oh, that's a good point. I like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think once Miwako gets turned down by Daiki, we're gonna have an arc of her making the show feel sad for her. Like,
Oh my god.
she's like, I can't.
No.
I want to love, but the one I can love does not love me back.
Oh boy. And then
I'll be like that
Taichan's
kinda-
just there like, I'll be here for you.
Yeah, and like, stop it. Sit, boy. Sit, boy.
Oh.
Oh man. Well, if that's all we got, then that is the end of our recap of We the Panel episode 34 titled Sugar and Spice. But before we go, as Tim and Jay greatly said, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay caught up on what we're doing. Throw a comment of any of the 17 million possibilities that there could be for this show. And yeah, but also you can find us on wherever you listen to your podcasts. So that is Spotify, that is Apple Podcasts, Google
Yeah.
Podcasts.
Oh, Google Podcast.
Yeah. You can find all of our different podcast links on our Anchor page, which is on anchor.fm/we-the-panel. On top of that, you can follow us on Instagram at We the Panel Pod, where I throw in the weekly clips of our episodes as well as anything extra that I have recorded. So yeah, that little clip of us watching Tecchan in the music video, you'll see that there at some point, I hope, if I still have it on my camera roll, which I should. So yeah, you'll see that. And you'll see a bunch of other shenanigans between the 4 of us, me, Tim, Jay, and Cheska, of course. But yeah, before we go, we do have plugs, starting with everyone's favorite Tim. Tim, where can we find you on the internet, sir?
You guys can catch me here on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. You guys can check that out. It's just my name. It's down in the description below, as well as I'm on Twitch, streaming occasionally. Just playing video games, having a good time. You can find me there. Twin_Helix, again, down in the description below, as well as my personal Insta, if you guys want to see that for whatever reason. Down below, just my name. Yeah.
Nice. And of course, we have our not so silver-haired fox, Jay. Where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me at Instagram. My handle's right down there. You'll see it because we're using House Party this time, so we have the old format for this episode. And yeah, you can find me on Twitch. I'm Fur Jiggles. Again, description's at the bottom. You'll see me play some Valheim or whatever. Honestly, at this point, that game's a chore, and I love it. But yeah, how can we find you, James, in the internets?
Oh,
The
man,
webs
you know.
of the internet.
Yeah.
Well, you can find my YouTube. That is linked there. You could also find me on Instagram, which my link will be here. Right? It's all on the bottom. Yeah, it's all here.
All down
It'll
below.
also be in the description. Yeah, you can find me there. If you want to talk about anything Terrace House or anything Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I've been watching that. Holy moly, man! What a
watch that.
show!
I saw
Yeah.
it too. I'm up to date. It's really good.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
really
Look at
digging
you.
it,
You're not
yeah.
binging the episodes at the end of the season anymore. Nice. Yeah.
The pacing's better than WandaVision.
For sure.
The first 2 or
sure.
3 episodes of WandaVision were really slow, so I'm happy I binged that all at once. But
I feel that.
with this one, this is more like it's like watching The Flash or Arrow or any of those other TV shows. It's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
it's not like an Easter egg hunt like WandaVision was.
Yeah, it's your classic like action TV show. What you'd expect with Falcon and of course the Winter Soldier.
Mhm.
But yeah, you can talk to me about that. Or yeah, so you could find all of that in my socials, which will be down below. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for listening to We the Panel, a Terrace House podcast. It is myself, James, Tim, and Jay signing off. Thank you again, and we will see you guys next time.
See you guys. Bye.
Hey guys, sleep warmly, y'all.